What's going on, train friends? Major update here. Worked really hard today on this. Wanted to let you really take it in, see what I did. A ton has changed. Still have the double track main right where it was. We've lost the yard that was here. It's now over here. That had been a double-ended yard. Went to a stub end yard right over here with a runaround track. I was able to get a lot more space for cars. This will also function as staging for the layout. Engine facility right here is planned. There's our double end main going up and around. Kind of give you a perspective. We're on the city end of the layout. The city is catastrophe. Needs some planning. Urban Development Committee, call them. But it's a cool view of the layout from here. I really like this. Right down here, these are going to be the 3 stub ends to Union Station. It'll basically be where all of our commuter traffic comes to and from Chicago, as well as Amtrak going out across the country to and from. Tracks right here. That's going to be the commuter car, basically like car facility, also engine track for the commuter trains, and Amtrak's will be right there. Looking over here, this is why everything changed. This is, Godzilla knocking things over in Chicago, knocked over a skyscraper. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, this switching layout is basically an exact copy, changed a couple angles of some of the sidings, but a copy of one made by my friend Lou, who I met at the train club I was in. He is a master modeler. You've heard me mention him in other videos. Really great guy. He's built probably a fair amount of the structures that I saved from the trash that were at the club. He's been modeling for ever. Really cool dude. But anyways, switching layout right here. So switching layout is going to come, let's call it I guess a branch line, but it's a switching layout. Branch line in real life is what we would call it. Comes off the main here. Okay. Goes up. I'm going to come around with the camera. Walking around a baby stroller, actually. Here's where we were. Coming off the main. This is the lead into the branch line. Got plenty of space for runaround parking cars. I just threw some structures here. I don't exactly know if I'll keep these here, but these are some structures I really like. Federal cold storage. That was off of the club layout. Probably my top 3 favorite structure on that layout, and I was really excited that I got to get it. Bring it home to share with you guys and be on my layout. Need to do some gluing of this refrigerator section, refrigerator unit, whatever you want to call it. It seems to have come apart, and every time I move it, it falls again. So combination of structures that I saved from the trash, the more yellow plastic, and then the more white. Everything will be painted, and I'll get it matching, looking good, looking real old and crusty, just like the grain elevators in Chicago. That feeds off of here. We've got area for parking, and then area for loading and unloading the grain elevator. American Tool and Die, also probably another Lou K structure from the layout. This was actually in this exact spot on the branch line or switching layout at the club, and just really like it. If you guys saw my Instagram earlier in the week, I had a little picture of that. I'll put a picture in if I can figure it out on the YouTube to show you what that looked like before. But that structure was right there. Go over here. This is something that I've been building, just kind of put the walls together, didn't finish it to get placement. That'll go there. Then we've got some room for other structures or just parking on the branch line. So there's an office, not sure what that's doing there, it just seems to be hanging out. Coming off the main, this was where the old double end yard originated previously. I kept this intact. This one right here goes and actually goes behind these facilities back on the main. So that's going to be a siding with a siding. Is that siding squared? What's the term for that, guys? I have no idea. But that's a siding. And then a stub end siding over here for more parking. Can't ever have enough storage tracks, I think. The idea is going to be to store everything on the layout, not in the boxes. Western Springs hasn't changed much. Some things fell over during all the construction. Oh, look, pack of Kato track. That is definitely my favorite track for N scale. The whole layout is Kato. I've obviously painted it, airbrushed it, weathered it a little bit before it goes into ballast. We'll have some touch-up spots here and there. You may be asking, what is that random piece of track going into nowhere? Well, that is, what do we call it? Interchange track. Yes, sorry about the delay. DJ's Trains has taught me a lot about interchange tracks. Super important. For the most part, that thing will be scenic and you won't be able to tell that it's going nowhere, except for all of us know it's going nowhere. But that's where trains can leave this layout and go somewhere else in the country. It can go to one of your layouts somewhere else. Who knows? But we'll send trains off the layout out west, out east, wherever they need to go from there. Things over here. Not much has changed up here on the loop, return loop. I am planning on destroying the top half, possibly part of the bottom half of this mountain at some point. We'll re-scenic that to be more epic. That little backhoe did a lot of work today. Love that. I like putting these little backhoes in areas under construction. It really tore it up to make way for the interchange track. As you can see, that line is where the interchange track used to go and loop around. I wish I could do that again, but I ended up moving this down a little bit just to get an extra, basically, foot into the yard, and that ends up going really, really far. So I don't know. Do you guys think I should move this back or go the other way? I kind of wish it went around the mountain like it did, but in the grand scheme of things, this is way more epic than that. So trade-offs, that's the hobby. Never enough space. Going around, return loop like we said, there's Henry's houses and a collection of water towers. I don't know why, I really think these are cool. This layout will not be in the Steam era at all. Probably won't feature any of these water towers on it unless I do some sort of like train museum or something in the layout. But I don't know. I pulled them all out of the storage boxes that were going in the trash, and I think they're really cool. Where would you put them on your layout, or should I just put them on some sort of water tower collection diorama? Might have to do that at some point. Joe Hank, that building right there, that is going to be safety third garage. Joe Hank's one of my really good friends, best buddies from Vegas. He's been bugging me to build him safety third garage on the layout. This is it, man. We're going to have to get you a sign, get you some logos, probably finish off the interior and get rid of this old yellow Mercedes and get a big white JKU sitting on, what, 42s now? Is that what you're sitting on, Joe Hank? Anyways, safety third garage. It'll either go in this town up here, maybe in Western Springs. Whoa, sorry about that, guys. Or in the city, I don't know. We'll put it somewhere, Joe. You're not left out. And also we'll have Joe's guns that will be featured in another video. Here's my collection of churches. Found multiple of these kits assembled. I don't know which one's my favorite. We have a couple, really like them. Gonna have a couple of churches all over the layout. We've got these three, and then I have never seen this one before. If anyone else has, let me know. Not sure what the name of the kit is. Doesn't have any labels on it, but it's a really cool old church. I need to fix some windows, but repaint it. Excited to feature that on the layout too. This is going to be like layout with all the churches and water towers. What else changed? Oh, in this area, I had a branch line coming off of here, off the return loop and the switching layout. Ended up getting rid of that. I needed some of the switches to make the epic yard, but I think I'm going to end up making a town up here, scenic it, divider. Still want to do the Kit Bash Brewery on the backside, and yeah, nothing else has changed over here. Here's our what we call the Union Pacific yard. Got a bunch of structures just laying on the tracks. We'll get this thing figured out, get it dialed in, probably get a engine facility up here. That's what that silver building is going to be. Go from there. What do you guys want to see next? I have a list. I'm making a list. Upcoming videos. Going to do one on the DCC unit. Probably do more on track planning if you guys want to see it. If you guys want to know anything special about the layout. What do you guys want to see? You tell me. You're in the driver's seat. I'm just filming. So, fun times. Again, overview of that crazy yard. Again, there's this tracks to the station. Station's going to go there. It's probably the one kit I need to buy and build. I have so many structures. We're going to have to thin out Chicago at some point. And then also save that guy out of the trash. That is someone built, I believe Joe built that. It's the elevated train that goes through Chicago. So we'll figure out a spot for that in here as well. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Remember, like, subscribe, and follow. And if you could, if you're still watching, send this to a couple of your other train buddies. We want to build up the followers. Gonna be doing some big contests coming up. That'll be a separate video, but we want to get those followers up and go from there. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great rest of your weekend.